Hey guys, I want to make this super quick video to once again underline the markets right now and why it's a great time to go long. So what I mean by that is what I've done is I've entered two positions, as you can see here, with a 3.3x long and a 4.1x long. This is ETH and this is Solana. Fundamentally, if you look at what's important here, the liquidation prices. So I've got a liquidation price at 105.3 for ETH. Let me just now jump into TradingView and I'll show you when it was the last time it was at 105.3. So it's at 105.3 here, and that was back in November 2022, okay, November 2022. So the gap between where it is now and it getting down to those levels, let's just get back to where it is today there, November 2022, it would represent another 20% drop, okay, another 20% drop. Right, so that's what I've got in my Ethereum position. And let's have a look at the Solana position. So the position that I've got in terms of where I am happy for it to go down to is $74. So if we now have a look and go to Solana and look at the last time it reached $74, let's just do that. And let's have a look at the $74 mark. It's basically below this part here. So that was back in Jan 2024, which was a year ago. And again, to move down to that level, it would mean another 1674 is what I got it at. So it would mean another 20%, okay, another 20%. So that would then constitute from its rise, which was on, I mean, if we just look at the more recent dates, have a look at what's going on here. The more recent date it was highest, at its highest point was probably, let's say there, 180. So 180 to 70 would constitute a, and let's have a look at that, 180 to 70, 74 would constitute a 60% drop. So that's the, let's call it, gamble that I'm taking, that even if this isn't the bottom, I'm giving my positions enough wiggle room at a further, ultimately 15 to 20% to keep going further down. And as you can see, I'm not surprised that Ethereum is going to range because it's made a little bit of a push. It will likely retrace a little bit, but I've got enough wiggle room for it to, again, as I said, we'll show it on this chart right now because it's just useful to look at that it's at the 1053 mark. So again, if we go to where the price is currently now, all the way down to 1053, I mean, we're looking at, I mean, it's more than a 25% drop. So just a quick insight for you that I think that this is a strategy that you could deploy to, and if we have a look at where my take profit is at 115, that represents a $254. And if I was then again to, for example, say, okay, you know what I'll do? I will do a, and I don't know if it allows me to do a partial take profit in Jupe. Probably it doesn't look like it does, annoyingly, but if I was to go, for example, 120, if I was to go to 130 where I was at recently, that would be 135% return. So I'm just going to dismiss all of those to give you a sense of what it is that I'm doing in terms of my positions, and I recommend that right now is an excellent time to go long. What you need to do, you must do, because of course there's that outside chance I could be wrong, is you need to set what you constitute as appropriate breathing room for fundamentally your actual position. So there you go. This is a great time to go long and make 100% gains on Solana as well as ETH.